Hey everybody, welcome back to the Inzolo Strength channel. Today we have another beginner strength workout. This one's gonna be done with one single kettlebell. So you can do it anywhere in the gym, minimal equipment, and it's gonna be very effective to help you work on imbalances and getting total body strength. Find a kettlebell, find some space in the gym, and let's get into the workout. So as I said, guys, today's gonna be full body focus. We're gonna do a little bit of something for the hamstrings and glutes. We're gonna do something for the quads. We're gonna do something for the back, the shoulders, and then something for our stability and overall total body strength. So what we're actually gonna start with today is gonna be a unilateral kettlebell deadlift. And this is gonna be done usually from the floor, but if you're a beginner and you don't have the range of motion, I actually like to start people on a bit of a lift. So what we have is a 45-pound weight plate here with the kettlebell. I would highly recommend that you choose a weight that you feel comfortable with. And obviously, as you do this workout again and again, you can increase the weight over time. But choose a weight where you feel like you have good control, you can keep the technique, and you're not sacrificing your positioning for just going heavier on the weight. You could do 2 to 3 sets for each exercise for about 8 to 10 reps on each side. Because everything we do today is unilateral, means that you're gonna have to do everything on the left and on the right. So depending on how much time you have to work out in the gym, you could do 2 or 3 sets. I'm gonna be doing 3 sets of each, but it's really up to you and the amount of time that you have and how hard it is to do multiple sets for you if you're a beginner. The way we'll set this video up is that you can actually pause the video in between exercises. So I'll show you the first exercise, you'll pause it, you'll do your 3 sets, and then you'll come back to the video and just press play, and then we'll give you the next exercise. So starting off, we're gonna do our unilateral kettlebell deadlift, 2 or 3 sets for 8 to 10 reps. We're gonna have our platform with the kettlebell, and when we're doing this, we're gonna set up next to the kettlebell here. I wanna pack my shoulders back, push my hips straight back behind me. I'm not gonna be able to reach the kettlebell all the way just yet, so I'm gonna bend the knees lightly and grab firmly on the kettlebell. With the opposite hand, I actually want to squeeze like I'm holding onto a weight. Big breath in, pack the shoulders back, push the floor hard, stand tall, and then back the way you came. Push the floor hard, back the way you came. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'll notice I'm kind of going a little bit more slow and controlled on the way down. I'm not just dropping the weight. I want to control what's called the eccentric phase of the movement. We're going to go now to the other side. So I'm just going to turn around. Once again, pack the shoulders back, push the hips straight back, bend the knees slightly, breathe in, squeeze the opposite fist, stand tall, push back, stand tall, push back. And that is our 10th rep. So notice I'm keeping a nice long spine. I'm keeping my core tight. You can breathe in at the bottom, exhale on the way up. That's gonna be a really good pace. I'm gonna pause the video here for you guys so you can go to your 2nd and 3rd set and then come back to the video when you're ready for your next exercise. So the second exercise is actually going to be a step back lunge with the front rack position. So this is gonna be great for the quads and the glutes, also the core, and we're still keeping that unilateral focus, meaning one-sided. So I wanna show you guys how to quickly hold the kettlebell for this. So we're not just putting it here like this. I actually want you to open your hand up. I'll show you this here. And then we're going to actually get a nice deep 45-degree angle so it sits over the ulna bone here, clasp nice and tight, and then tuck that in right towards the collarbone. That's gonna be a really nice place for that kettlebell to sit, and then you're not gonna have issues with it putting your shoulder out here. If this is really, really difficult, you can't do this position, I'm gonna recommend that you guys do the crush grip front rack. So just holding it here and squeezing it, you can do both sides with this position. This can be a little bit more comfortable for some people, but I'm gonna do mine with the front rack crush position. And what we're gonna do is the same side, same leg, okay? So big breath in, take a neutral stance position. I want my rib cage down. I'm gonna take a big step back, break at the knees, drive back up. Down, break at the knees, drive back up. Nice and stable, trying to keep full stability on that front leg. So big toes are down, heel is down. I'm not just pushing through the toes, I'm not just pushing through the heel. Everything is nice and squared. My back leg is nice and squared up with this hit, so I'm not crossing over and do-si-doing like he just did. I'm going straight back and then up, straight back and then up. We're gonna do our 10 reps and then we're gonna switch to the opposite side. So opposite side here, same thing, 10 reps. 1, 2, strength, and slide. 5, 6, 7, nice and stable. 8, 9, 10, perfect. And put it back on the ground with control. You guys can do your next second set or third set. Pause the video here and then come back for your third exercise. So moving on to the third exercise here, you guys have done a great job of the first 2 exercises. This is going to be our unilateral or one-sided row. Now, if you're struggling to stabilize this position, you can find a bench or something to put your opposite hand on just for a little bit more support. I'm gonna be doing this unsupported, so we're just gonna stand up with the kettlebell, one side, okay? I'm going to, once again, keep my rib cage and pelvis stacked, so I don't wanna flare the ribs, I wanna keep the pelvis rib cage down. Big breath in, roll the shoulders back, push my hips straight back behind me, and I wanna get into this almost tabletop position. Now from here, I'm not pulling up towards the shoulder, I'm pulling the elbow back towards my hip. So that's gonna be 1, 2, still keep the opposite hand squeezed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're gonna switch to the opposite side. I'll just turn around so you can still see it. This is really good for the core, really good for back strength, and also good to build up some lower back strength for this isometric position that we're holding with the lower back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is gonna be our unilateral row. Take some time here, rest about 30 to 60 seconds between each round, and come back to the video once you're ready for the 4th exercise. If you guys are enjoying today's workout, then please make sure to subscribe to the channel because we do release more videos every single month, and make sure to like the video so we can push this out to more people. All right, awesome work so far, guys. We're gonna move into the 4th exercise. This is the overhead press or the single side overhead press. We're gonna take the same grip that we took for that front rack lunge. So we're gonna grab the kettlebell, we're gonna put it up into that 45-degree angle, 45-degree position, and thumb towards the collarbone here. So elbow is nice and straight up and down here. We're gonna breathe in, stack the rib cage, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the opposite hand. And then from here, I'm gonna push straight up. Try to keep the bicep close to the ear and think about the Statue of Liberty where it's straight up overhead. We're not rotating out. We're trying to keep that nice line all the way up and down. And you can look up towards the kettlebell here just to keep your eyes on it and make sure it's not swaying out of position. Come back down, press up, down, press up. You may need to go a little bit lighter on this one than you used for some of the other movements, and that's okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna switch sides here, so get it up to the other side. What I was gonna say is that say you're having a really hard time pressing it and you're at a very light weight, you can also do what's called a push press. Now a push press, we're doing a slight bend of the knees, dip and drive, and you use that little bounce to help push yourself up overhead. So 2, 3. Also, if you get tired, 4. On some of the last sets, you can use this to your advantage. 8, 9, 10. And that is gonna be our kettlebell overhead press. If you have pain in the shoulder, you might wanna substitute this for something else like a single arm dumbbell press or something of that nature. But I think for most people, if you go light enough, it should be totally fine. And if you guys are done your set, you can pause it here and we'll get into the 5th and last exercise. All right, on to the 5th and final exercise. This is going to be our core stability exercise. This is the unilateral suitcase carry. All we're doing is we're just standing nice and tall, shoulders back. Try to hold your arms away from the body. I always say if you had a bucket of paint, you don't want to spill any paint, you don't want it to bash against your legs. So what we're gonna do is 30 to 45 seconds of walking on each side. You're just gonna pick that up, set the shoulders back, squeeze, and then a nice stable walk forward. And turn back around. So the goal here is to build up time under tension. So we want to build up to about 30 to 45 seconds. I don't really care about how fast you're stepping here. It's more about building time and building stability. So I actually don't want you to rush too much in the beginning. Try to take it nice and easy. Then once you get your 30 to 45 seconds, we'll switch to the other side. So squeeze the shoulders back. Try to keep your posture nice and upright here. At the end of the day, this is gonna challenge your core, especially your obliques, as well as it's gonna challenge your shoulders and your grip strength. So if you're looking to build a stronger core, stronger arms, stronger shoulders, or just general strength, overall, this is a fantastic exercise. And once you do your 30 to 45 seconds per side, you can rest once again for about 30 to 60 seconds, complete your other 2 to 3 rounds, and then you can come back to the video for the finishing remarks. All right, guys, awesome work today. The workout is done and dusted. If you're gonna save this workout to come back to it later, you can start to go heavier each and every week. And that's kind of the goal here, is we wanna get stronger in those specific movements. Like I said, this is a full body strength workout. So you're gonna be able to get stronger, fitter, and just overall have better shoulder mobility, stability, hip mobility and stability. And things are gonna start to move a lot better as you do this workout. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, as I said before, because we do release new videos every single month. Like the video if you enjoyed the workout, and make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions or if there's any other workouts that you want to see in the future. We try to take all your feedback into account, and I do answer every single comment. So hope you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.